right, call the meeting to order and welcome everyone to the November 17, 2025 City of Kalispell Council meeting. Can I have a roll call?
Counselor Dowd, Counselor Dahlman,
Here.
Counselor Fisher, Counselor Hunter,
Here.
Counselor Nunnally,
Here.
Counselor Carlson,
Here.
Counselor Gabrielle, Counselor Graham, Mayor Johnson.
Here. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Hunter, you want to lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our agenda, look for approval from my limited council tonight, evidently. Mr. Nunnally?
Thank you, Your Honor. I move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Second, thank you, Ms. Carlson. All in favor signify by stating aye.
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 Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Consent agenda has 3 items this evening. The first item are the council minutes from October 27 and November 3rd, 2025. The second item is award inflow and infiltration mitigation project to rehabilitate sanitary sewer mains. This item considers awarding the base bid and alternatives A through D of this project to In Situ Form Technologies in the amount of $776,128. And the third item is mayoral proclamation of recognition and support for the Flathead Food Bank. This proclamation recognizes and supports the Flathead Food Bank and encourages residents and visitors to contribute or volunteer to help provide food security to every member of our community. Any public comment on any of the items on the consent agenda? All right, go ahead and step up.
Just wanted to ask what all, I'm Linda Erickson, and I started the Veterans Food Pantry 20 years ago. But it said here that you're gonna support the Flathead Food Bank. But what about all the independent food banks underneath that? Because I just kind of feel that they get left out. And that was just my question. What do you mean you're going to support them?
Yeah, go ahead. It's just encouraging people to support the food bank. Nothing financial, it's just encouragement, but duly noted. So,
Okay, and I just wanted to include, not only just myself, but the Columbia Falls Food Bank, the Bigport Food Bank, there's other food banks that when they put Flathead Food Bank, the public thinks the entire valley and doesn't realize that there's independent food banks. And that was just something that I wanted to bring up, and that's why I came, because I
Appreciate
didn't
that.
know what else to do.
No, thank you. Appreciate that a lot.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Anyone online tonight? Just, okay. Look to council for a motion. Mr. Donnelly,
Thank you, Your Honor. I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
second. All in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed,
Aye.
like sign. Oh, Ms. Dahlman, you're in favor, correct?
Correct.
Okay. If it please the council, I would amend the proclamation to include the other, as it is duly noted. There are other organizations that do this. Flathead Food Bank is the one noted, or is located in Kalispell, but Evergreen's, we didn't annex. We're not going to, at least under me. So, but yeah, but duly noted, so we can adjust that. So, okay. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. No committee reports this evening, so public comment. Anyone wishing to address the council on items not on the agenda are asked to step forward and give your comments at this point in time. See none. Going to move on to the first action item this evening, Resolution 6299, the boundary adjustment property transfer to School District 5. This resolution considers authorizing the city manager to execute all necessary documents to transfer 1.137 acres to School District 5. This is located by the football field.
Great, yeah, Mayor and Council, it's a pretty straightforward action here. What's before you is, you may recall a number of years ago, the school bus barn was located down here on the city shops there south of the yellow line. As part of that, we also kind of came to the city's attention that a portion of the ball fields that have been there for decades are also on city property. This would clean this up, talk with the school district, they put all the instruments needed in order to do the property transfer to them together for council consideration. State law does allow the council to transfer the property to them with a 2/3 vote. Just the screen before you, a very elementary design, but it just shows the city boundary is the red line. And you could see the parcel there, 8K, which is school district. What would happen is the boundary line or the red line would be moved to the yellow line, which would then incorporate the ball fields onto school district property for their use. As part of the instruments, there would also be a reversionary clause that would, if for some reason the property were ever to be used for purposes other than the school, that it would come back to the city. So pretty straightforward. It just would, like I said, transfer some property that's been utilized for the school, by the school district for decades to them, and wouldn't interfere with any of the city shop's maintenance at this particular time, and happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for staff? Mr. Hunter?
Thank you, Your Honor. I know in the past we talked about the school district was planning on maybe converting some of this to bus parking. What did that include? I can't remember. Did that include this parcel, or was it the parcel to the west, kind of the northwest of there? Or?
It was the parcel to the south of the yellow, and since then they've built a new bus barn down in Old School Station. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I know at one time they were talking about, yeah, but that's off the table
Yep.
now that they have
Yep,
that.
they've relocated and they built a new facility on the south end of town.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Any public comment on resolution 6299? See none. Look to council for a motion. Mr. Dowd, duty to give away government property
Okay.
to another government agency. Go ahead, Mr. Nunley. He can second.
Okay. I make a motion to approve resolution number 6299, a resolution approving a boundary line adjustment and transfer of certain real property as described on the attached exhibit A, currently owned by the city of Kalispell to School District 5.
Second.
Second. Thank you, Ms. Carlson. Discussion on the motion? Culmination of long-time discussion with the school district.
Yep.
Good to see this completed, so can I have a roll call vote?
Counselor Dowd?
Aye.
Counselor Dahlman?
Aye.
Counselor Hunter?
Aye.
Counselor Nunley?
Aye.
Counselor Carlson?
Aye.
Mayor Johnson?
Aye, motion carried. Mr. Hunter, this works so much faster with just 5 people on it. Resolution 6300, resolution of intent to call for a public hearing to amend the budget. This resolution considers calling for a public hearing on December 1, 2025 to transfer funds from the general fund to the central garage fund for siting and design of a new facility. Mr. Dygren, this was kind of a follow-on from our work session last week.
Yeah, not a lot to add to that, other than what you just said, other than, yes, it would just move some funds into a line item that would allow the city to procure professional services relating to site and design of the central garage facility. Wouldn't obligate any funds beyond that, but at least allow to start that process for future council consideration, and happy to answer any questions.
Questions for staff? Any public comment? Sure. Okay. Motion? Ms. Carls?
Thank you, Your Honor. I move resolution number 6300, a resolution of intent calling for a public hearing to amend the general fund of the city of Kalispell, Montana, as set forth in the 2025-2026 budget adopted by the city council.
Second.
Second. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Discussion on the motion? Okay, roll call vote.
Counselor Dowd?
Aye.
Counselor Dahlman?
Aye.
Counselor Hunter?
Aye.
Counselor Nunley?
Aye.
Counselor Carlson?
Aye.
Mayor Johnson?
Aye, motion carries. Next item, ordinance 1947. This is the first reading. City manager residency. This ordinance considers amending city code section 2-36, residency of city manager, to allow council to waive the residency requirement through contract. This item came up, John, was it a couple weeks ago?
In September.
Yeah, do you want to run through a quick presentation?
Sure. Mayor and Council, on September 8th, you held a work session where you indicated that you wanted to be able to negotiate the residency requirement for city manager. In order for us to do that, we can't contract contrary to our code, so we need to change our code language to make sure that we have the ability to make those negotiations happen and make a contract that you're comfortable with. That's what 2-36 would do. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Any public comment? They're forever holding their peace. Motion? Mr. Hunter?
Thank you, Your Honor. I move that we adopt ordinance number 1947, an ordinance amending section 2-36, Kalispell Municipal Code, residency of city manager, authorizing the council to waive the residency requirement of the city manager through contract and declaring an effective date.
Second.
Second. Thank you, Ms. Carlson. Discussion on the motion? Mr. Hunter?
Thank you, Your Honor. I was one of the ones on council who was, strongly supportive of city manager living in the city so that they experience city life and use city services and so on. I'm still a strong proponent of that, but I think a case was made well at the work session that there may be special circumstances in which that may not make sense depending on who is selected as the next city manager. And so I think having this flexibility makes sense so that at our discretion we can waive it. And I could see waiving it under certain circumstances. For the most part, under general circumstances, I would still want city manager to live in the city, but I can envision a few circumstances where that may not make sense.
Mr. Dowd?
Thank you, Your Honor. I too am of the same mind. I'd rather the city manager live within the city limits. I am going to support this motion though, because it gives us the ability to write into the contract that they have so much time to move into the city so that it's not a sudden, you have to buy a house right now inside the city. So I think this makes sense. And the old code was pretty unyielding.
Ms. Carlson?
So a question, are you saying that if we approve this now, that at a later time, you would require that they live in the city?
I would like to have that in the contract, that at some point that they'll live in the city, but I'd like to give them some time to find a place.
But is that not, would you declare that to the candidate before
That's
they?
something you have to work out in the contract with the candidate, yes.
But that just
You may
seems,
just vote no.
it just.
Sid's comfortable
okay.
voting no when the rest of us vote yes.
It just seems deceitful.
I have a track record.
It seems deceitful. I mean, if you say, no, you don't have to live in the city limits, and then 6 months from now, you tell them, hey, sorry, now you do.
It's all part of the negotiation. This gives us the flexibility to work it through the negotiation. If it's not acceptable to that person when we negotiate, great. This is one voice. We don't know what the other voices would say in the council through that negotiation process to approve the contract.
Okay.
To me,
I just,
he's black and white like a book
okay.
without pictures.
I need pictures.
It's
Okay.
all pictures, actually.
So- Any other discussion? A roll call vote?
Counselor Dowd?
Aye.
Counselor Dahlman?
Aye.
Counselor Hunter?
Aye.
Counselor Nunley?
Aye.
Counselor Carlson?
Aye.
Mayor Johnson?
Aye, motion carries. Mr. Nygren, City Manager Report.
Yes, just a reminder, no meeting next week. The Parks Master Plan will continue to come up, but just need a little more time to put some things together. So we'll continue to work through that and have that on the agenda sooner rather than later to go over a preliminary draft that our Parks Department and consultant have been working on. Also, I, as well as a number of council members, will be at League of Cities Wednesday through Saturday, and in the meantime, here at City Hall, Jonna will be the acting, so if, I will be available though, so if you need anything, feel free to reach out, but, anything immediate as well here at City Hall, Jonna will be available, but other than that, happy to answer any other questions.
So I just want to clarify, that means I have 3 meetings left, not 4. Just try, I am counting.
No, I think it's 4.
Yeah. Let's see. Don't challenge the CPA on numbers.
So are we,
Call a special meeting
are we
before
skipping
Christmas.
the week before Christmas
Yeah.
and New Year's?
Historically.
We'll see.
Okay, council, anything? Mr. Hunter?
Since the parks plan came up, I should mention that, there is another open house, that's happening November 25th at 5:30 at the, Parks Department building. So if anybody wants to continue to weigh in and give their input, that'd be a good opportunity.
Nothing? Nothing? No, I think the only thing I want, a couple things, but one, it's interesting. Over the course of time as mayor, you see things and you have a general philosophy of government. Much like Mr. Dowd, I believe more often than not, when government gets involved, things are less efficient and government tends to screw things up. Find it interesting, public comment on the resolution, the mayor proclamation to support, hey, please support the food bank. And I find it interesting, we had comment, basically found that reprehensible. Why would we encourage when we pay so much in taxes? Well, let me give you my general philosophy. If we could encourage more people to donate, more people to do things for charity, where charity can do things more effectively with the dollar directly, we could probably pull some of the charitable things that happen through government out of government. Reducing taxes, we're leaving the tax dollars for other things, as citizens may request. But one of the things I like to do is I will never discourage the public from contributing to charities that deliver services to different parts of our community. Be they the unsheltered, the unclothed, the unfed, people with disabilities or other abilities that can't participate in other things like some of us who are more able can. I will always encourage that kind of charity. It's that kind of charity that goes into scholarships to help change somebody's life with education. It's that kind of charity that goes into educational institutions to build some of the facilities that we have in our community today. So I understand that person's freedom to make that comment. Personally, I will never stop advocating for people to be charitable with their money, their time, and their talent to try to make their community a better place. So I think I'm going to leave it at that because it really kind of crossed me the wrong way when I see that. Because look, I'm not saying pay your taxes plus. Because believe it or not, when you do your taxes and you give to charity, depending on what tax bracket you're in, the government's subsidizing some of your charity because you get a write-off some of that charity against your taxes. So even through federal tax code and state tax code, we encourage people to do that type of activity. So with that, I'm going to adjourn the meeting and I'm going to encourage everybody, if so inclined, please donate. Time, talent, treasure. I do every year with time, talent, and treasure, and I will continue until the day I die.